You a very splendid birthday, and I hope that you have a wonderful time celebrating with your friends, family, and loved ones, etc. One of the things that I am sensing coming through is I feel like a lot of you, well, it is birthday time, so you are going to be getting a lot of communication, a lot of messages. But I do feel that for those of you who are going through any type of like accepting new job offers and things like that, I want you to just really read the fine print and comb it over with like go over with a fine-tooth comb if you need to, because I feel like there is I don't feel like deception or anything like that, but I do feel there might be, yeah, if especially if it pertains to work offers and things like that, you want to just be very, very careful and just look through contracts, legal issues. I feel like this cunning energy surrounding you, and I don't know for sure if it's coming from you or from other people around you. It might be other people. So yeah, it might be other people, and then you're kind of like just rushing straight into it. I don't feel there's anything bad associated with it, but you just want to, be careful, okay? Especially if you've been applying for work during the Mercury in retrograde last month. You just want to be extra careful about this situation. Okay, so this one wants to come out. Okay, yeah, contract issues, go over it multiple times. Because I feel like whenever I see the High Priestess, she's holding a scroll, and the scroll is basically what is written out in the physical world, okay? Like contracts, letters, communication, messages, text messages, even everything that is, written out in the physical world. So this can be communication or just any type of legal contract. When it's in the reverse like this, it means that we're not really reading between the lines, and reading between the lines is something that you need to do. Hence, going over it with a fine-tooth comb. And I feel like something out in the physical world, whatever it is, if it's a job offer, if it is a work situation specifically, there's more to the story than meets the eyes, and you're like kind of rushing into it. I feel like you're going to have overall a lot of success, but I feel like there is someone cunning around you. That's what I'm sensing, like something is a little bit off. Okay. Okay, yeah, so once again, the Ace of Swords here. Usually the Ace of Swords is about hidden truths, okay? So this is like some situation where someone is like holding back on whatever it is that they want to say. So it's not like they're lying to you, because the cards surrounding it are very, very positive. The cunning energy is not somebody that is, lying to you. I don't feel that. They're just kind of they're just it might be, like omitting important things, for example. They might tell you, oh, by the way, this job is amazing. You get, paid like 100,000 a year, and you have like, I don't know, 2 months vacation, and you have all these perks and all these benefits. What they don't tell you is that you're going to be working around the clock. You're going to be traveling like every week. So it's just like something like that is kind of being left out of the equation. So it's like lying by omission, and they're not revealing everything. So that's what I'm sensing, and I feel like it's a work. It could very well be a work situation. Okay. The other thing that is coming through very strongly is I feel like a lot of you might have a proposal for work, internship, training program, some type of training where you're working under the supervision of somebody else. And there is financial windfall associated with it as well. So financially, you're going to be in a very, very good place. So if you have had financial troubles, it's definitely coming, it's going away. And even some type of financial windfall is coming through to you as a result of your hard work in the past, and also as a result of other people. So this is a very, very financially stable month for you. Just make sure that, whatever is coming in is not going out just as fast. So curb your spending, because I do feel some overindulgence here when it comes to spending, but aside from that, you definitely can manage the situation, and overall financially it is a very, very good month for a lot of you. So stipulations when it comes to contracts and whatever is exchanged between you and another party, be very careful and read between the lines, okay? Because we have a situation where you are like excitedly rushing into it, but I feel like maybe it's your birthday month where the sun is in your constellation, so you have some protection and you're going to be just fine. But be very, very careful when it comes to like car issues, speeding. And once again, I am also getting, possibly like some kind of law enforcement situation where you're caught speeding or running a red light, and then you have to do some type of community service as a result to get the points off your. You might have to go to class, you might have to do some other things to get the points off your record. With the chariot like this, I don't feel like it's an accident, but I do feel speeding is greatly indicated, okay? So once again, it is a financial cost if you have to pay a speeding ticket. But I feel like there are some stipulations here that will let you get away with it. But just make sure your spending is not, out of control for this month, okay? Don't drink and drive. It's birthday time, so you might be prone to that. Take a cab. It's just the responsible thing to do, okay? So be very, very careful about driving, drinking, mixing the two, and just with the car, try to minimize, driving as much as you can. So that's the overarching energy. And the other thing that I want to say as well is that for a lot of you, if you are in a relationship and things are going very, very well, and you're in a stable relationship, and I do feel that relationships are going to be greatly enhanced for this month. And overall, things look very, very good, where I do feel that you are coming across as somebody who's very capable, who's very confident, and who you're not flip-flopping anymore. And I feel like last month you were kind of like indecisive. This month you're taking control of your life and you're moving things in the right direction. So you exude this really, desirable, strong, charismatic trait about you. And I feel like people are flocking to you overall. Relationships themselves, I do sense that for those who are in long established relationships, I feel that at least there's going to be some type of discussion when it comes to possibly pooling your resources together, because I'm sensing here, this is, all the things, the pentacles are basically all the things that you work really hard at accumulating. This is money in the bank. This is projects. You're crossing off your list as you go along. So this is like achievements. And someone else is coming through to offer you, a share of their, I guess the products, the product of their labor. So some type of possibly you pooling your resources together with another romantic partner if you're in a romantic stable relationship. So I definitely feel like relationship problems are not going to be problems anymore, on the heels of this month. I definitely see it's a situation where two people potentially coming out of financial hardships and coming together in a way that is really touching. It's almost like, this is like two people cast out when it's in the reverse position. I usually read this as overcoming a major, major hurdle in the progression of your relationship and becoming, I guess, rather than letting the hardship drive you apart, you're coming together and your relationship becomes fortified as a result of it. So you're not working at cross purposes with each other anymore. There is like a sense of forward movement in the same direction. So I feel that for a lot of you, forward progression momentum is always good for Aquarius, because then it keeps you active, it keeps you moving, and it keeps you, optimistic. If you stay stuck in one place for too long, you start, cycling through that mental energy where you overthink things, and then life becomes more messy and jumbled up and confusing. But as long as you're moving, as long as you have those checklists and things like that, then it gives you more of an impetus to get things done and be more high functioning and to be more productive. So this is a very productive month, and get projects off the ground. It is a really good time for you to manifest the things that you want in your life, because the sun is, and also that first moon of the month is going to be in your sign as well. So, get things, manifest things, ask for things that you really want, and, try to work hard. And I feel like it's a very, very stable month about achievements as well. Same with Capricorns, but I do feel on the emotional front, I do sense for those of you who are specifically involved with an air sign, there's some type of, coming together, possibly taking a trip together with an air sign, like a fellow air sign. So this is Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. If you've had conflict in the past, if this person has been, kind of abrasive, or there might have been miscommunication in the past, all of that is clearing up. But I do want you to tread very, very carefully with a fellow air sign, because I feel like, like I mentioned, that cunning energy with the high priestess in the reverse position on top of the air sign. Make sure you yourself are very upfront and honorable, and that you are communicating truthfully, okay? There's a smug energy associated with this. So if you're dealing with an air sign, it could come from you or them, or vice like from both parties. Make sure that you communicate effectively, and to address those really important issues, So don't skirt the issues, address them, and try to, yeah, it's greatly about partnerships. So I feel like it is more of a romantic partnership. So you want to balance out, the communication aspect. If you are dealing with a fire sign, and this is, fire signs are, this from the sun card, this is greatly about, fire. So I feel like for those of you who are dealing with fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leos, I do sense some type of communication coming through, and that could be related to work as well, or it's just communication where it can restore balance and equilibrium in your relationship. So things are kind of like, whatever went awry last month, things are starting to like autocorrect and righting themselves. So it's a nice, very, very stable energy, and I feel like it's conducive for forward movement if you are specifically dealing with an earth sign. I feel that for a lot of you dealing with an earth sign, so this is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, I feel like a lot of you might be dating Capricorns, because air signs were showing up all over for Capricorns. If you are dealing with a Capricorn, I just want you to be very patient with them, or earth signs in general. Just be very, very patient with them, because I feel like they want to help you and they're trying to reach out, but it seems as if the timing might be an issue, or it's just, like you're occupied with many, many, many things. You potentially are very occupied with many, many suitors, and you're missing out on this opportunity to engage with an earth sign. So I feel like they're kind of like behind you, like, I'm over here, look at me. And your attention is like, you're distracted elsewhere. Okay, so make sure you carve out enough time overall, whoever you're dating, make sure you carve out enough time to be with other people, to celebrate not only your birthday, but to celebrate the union and the love that you have with one another. Because I feel like all the people around you are kind of like scattered all around you, and your focus is so singularly on achievement and forward movement and individuality. Okay, so this is a card greatly about self-achievement, and I feel that the other people have helped you, or they are around when you need them. And in this month, you're trying to like be the loner, and I feel that it would be better for you to establish those connections, to take it easy on the work front, and try to celebrate and spend your time with the people around you who are in your periphery, because I feel like it's all work, 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 and personal achievements. I do sense that, it is birthday time, so we do have the wish card in the upright position. And this is a great thing, but I do feel that, the Nine of Cups is a minor wish as opposed to like the star. The star denotes more of like a long-term, major event, something that you've really worked hard for, and the universe is rewarding you in a way that can make things very smooth and very stable for you in the future. When it comes to the wish card, it's sort of like, wanting that one really attractive person to ask you out on a date, or wanting to have a chance alone with, just wanting like something like that is instant. So you want to be careful about this energy. Be very careful about what it is that you wish for. And I know that sounds cliche, but I'm going to say that you have a lot of power. Your power of manifestation is quite strong coming in for this month. So you want to use it well, and you want to, as well, be truthful in all your dealings, okay? I feel like there is that cunning energy, and I do sense for like a minority of you. So I would say like about 20-30%, which is actually a lot, but it's still a smaller chunk of you. I feel like the cunning energy is coming from you. So if you, are like dating multiple people, and you're being smug about it. If, for example, you're dating multiple people and for some reason they don't know about each other, I do feel that you want to be careful, okay? Um, Karma does exist, and it will come back to haunt us. So, try to get this birthday. For those of you who are doing that, just think about this. It is your solar return, and it is your birthday month, and we know that we want to go out and have a good time, and to have our cake and eat it too. Just do the right things, because you're setting intentions and you're manifesting things for the rest of the year. So while we want all of these things, we want opportunities to overindulge when it comes to other people, it's really important for you to just, try to be truthful and honest in all of your dealings, okay? So that's the thing here. This is basically, creating the karma that you want for yourself for the rest of the year. And I don't want it to sound fatalistic, but we make choices every day. So you want to be the best you that you can be, and make the best choices within your power whenever possible. Okay, so think about that. And, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to sound preachy, because I trust that you know what you're doing, and that you will always aim to do the right thing, because I feel that there is temptation. There is temptation, but I feel like even last month the temptation was coming through. And I feel that for this month there are going to be communication from a lot of people who want to, be around you around your birthday time. So there is temptation coming through. And I feel like you might be in a situation where you are conflicted. And I feel greatly, it is the Chariot is a card about inner conflict as well. Overcoming inner conflict in order to achieve a victory. So this is mind over matter, okay? Thinking about things on a more philosophical, on a more karmic level, rather than succumbing to like carnal desires, for example. This is also about, not seeing things as clearly black or white, but seeing the nuances and the gray areas in between. And but on the contrary, it can be about, making right or wrong decisions, because you're an air sign, and because you came up in the reverse position. You know how a lot of the times when something is definitely wrong, but you're just like, yeah, but if you start to rationalize it, then you can make everything into like a gray area. So this is about, actions and consequences. So you want to be very clear about not trying to rationalize what you feel, what you really strongly believe is wrong, and try to make it okay, so that you have the I guess the absolution to do it. So just be really, so that you're absolved from the guilt when you do something wrong, when you try to rationalize. So just keep that energy in mind. You are a very intelligent sign, and I feel like you can rationalize and make everything right. But it's not about that. It's not about using our intelligence to distort or twist the truth. It's about being truthful in the first place, and having, that sense of moral integrity. Because I do feel that for a lot of you, you might grapple with ethical dilemmas. you might grapple with, you know, just like I said, it is the solar return when the sun is back in your constellation. So you want to create opportunities to build up your world on good karma. So I'm going to leave it at that. I definitely feel a lot of suitors coming through for you, and I feel like, you know, for some reason, multiple suitors, dating multiple people is strongly indicated here with this Nine of Cups, as well as a little bit of deception coming through. And the universe is handing a lot of things out for you in abundance as well. So you have financial windfall, and you have, you know, the emotional happiness. So a lot of blessings are coming in your way. So just make sure that you take up these blessings and, you know, manifest and create positive things out of them. Okay. In terms of career track, I definitely feel that a lot of you, if you've been sending out like all your resumes, and there's definitely a job offer coming through, that is going to alleviate your financial worries. Okay, so you're going to have a really amazing time with this new job situation. It might seem like just, you know, a minor job, but I do feel there's a lot of growth and expansion and potential as a result of it. I do want to say once again, be very careful when it comes to driving very recklessly. Minimize driving. Like, I feel like ice, snow, slippage. So just be very careful about that. And also like frustration. Frustration. If you are dealing specifically, if you are dealing with, you know, just like new people, I feel that you're on the right track when it's the new people, okay? If they are new people, and that means you've never dated them before, you couldn't have known them for like years, but you've never, you know, messed around with them, you've never had a fling with them, you've never dated them. New people are fine, and new people is the direction that you want to go when it comes to dating. If you're dealing with like old people from the past, old energies, old lovers, and things like that, it's a little bit problematic, and just try to let it go, because I feel that that cunning energy is coming in from the old people. And, you know, they feel like they haven't been around for, you know, the past few months, and then all of a sudden they decide to come back and try to woo you with some sort of gift for your birthday, and, you know, you get all caught up in it again. So out with the old, in with the new. So if you are dealing with new people, new relationships, and things like that, you have the green light. Okay, if not, you're going to encounter blockages, and it's not meant to be. So just let it go and bring positive things into this brand new solar cycle with you, because that's where things are meant to be, and that's where the past is, you know, gone. So start this year off in the right direction, build stable foundations for yourself, and think about this as, you know, it is very important for you to identify right and wrong, black and white, you know, lies and deception, and just be very clear about that, because I feel like you're in danger of rationalizing yourself, or rationalizing situations, and getting yourself to do things, or talking yourself even into doing something that you feel under normal circumstances you feel is wrong, but for some reason you feel like, oh, I can do it this month, everything will be fine. Well, it might be fine this month, but you are building up that, you know, shaky foundation if you do that. So just keep that into perspective, all right? Aquarius, I do hope you have a wonderful birthday. If you'd like a private reading, please visit my website. It can be found in the description box below, where you can schedule an appointment for yourself, and you can see my availability. I believe I am currently booked like a week and a half in usually. So if you have other questions, please email me at temperatestar@gmail.com. Have an amazing birthday of yourself. Bye-bye.